Okay, down to business. The engine looks a little bit different than the last time you saw it. I repaired the supersonic head and slapped it on there. I ended up pulling the head off because I couldn't tell what was actually going on in the cylinders. I got it broke free in the last video, and I'm glad I did because there was a bunch of carbon and junk in there. It wasn't really rusted and the cylinders look good, the pistons are good, but I'm glad I pulled the head off, cleaned everything out, adjusted the valves. If you saw in the last video, did valves, and then I had a short where we did the head gasket and retorqued the head, put the carburetor on from Yard Willys, the one that I rebuilt a while ago. Stole some distributor parts off of the FC engine I got, and I think this thing is ready to attempt to start. I'm guessing it's been decades since it ran. I haven't done a compression test or anything on it yet, just cranking it over with the bar. It does have compression, so there's oil in it. I'm gonna pour a little gas in the carburetor and just see if it runs. I have no idea if this distributor works, if the coil's any good, where the timing's at. This thing was loose in here when I got it, so I just kind of guessed off of prior experience. This is a starter off of that F head. This industrial motor uses a 129 tooth flywheel, which was a good thing because I have two starters here, so it's like a CJ5 starter, and I think we're ready to light it off and see what happens. I don't have a fuel tank, so I'm just hoping for a pop and some smoke. That will be a good sign. If I can get it to run for any length of time, that'll be cool, but I need to get, it has an oil pressure gauge on the side, but I can't see it, and I don't think it works. It looks like it maybe got dropped on or something. So, enough talking. I got a jump pack hooked up here and a battery because I want it to crank as much as I can. So let's just see what it'll do. This is kind of an exciting part. It can be either really disappointing or really encouraging, but I think it'll be cool if this old engine has some life left in it after heaven knows how long it's been sitting. So this is legit ice cold start. I'm gonna pour a little gas down in here. I don't know how much, just a little bit. The choke won't stay closed, but that's okay. And I just have a hot wire going to the coil and the jumper for the solenoid and low expectations. So, ooh, I see a spark. All right, oh, I need to get some more jumpers out here. Okay, let's hit it and see what happens. Fingers crossed. Oh, my power wire came off. I can hear some noise in the distributor. No edits. We're doing this for real, not influencer style. This is the real deal. Let's go. Ooh, I hear a poppy pop. Give it a little choke. I heard life. I see a little smoke. This starter sounds yucky, but I think that's actually the... Uh-oh, my jump pack's mad at me now. I think that was actually the little bell housing thing scraping on the concrete. All right, we need more fuel. More fuel. So that means we're getting some spark and there's some compression. I need a better setup here. This isn't working. There we go. All right, let's try it again. Okay. It's doing something. All right, so my guess is the timing's way off, among other things. I'm gonna give it a little little Cosby juice and try it again before this battery runs out. Bummer. Alright, put the battery back on the charger. I'm going to try to check the timing, pull the plugs, and I don't know if it's flooded or what, but I heard a pop. There's hope. I'm going to turn out the lights. I got all the spark plugs pulled. They're pretty dry, so I think it just wasn't getting fuel, but since they're out, I'm going to crank it over a little bit and see if we're getting fire at all four of them. So I'm going to turn out the lights. I don't know if the camera will work or not, and I'll crank it over a couple times with the lights out or down low, and we'll see if we got any fire. Alright, here we go. Cool. Don't know if you could see that or not, but we had 4 equally spaced, consistent sparky sparks. I just need more battery to crank and more fuel. So we got spark. I'm assuming it's close enough in timing that it will at least attempt to run. So, but I can see the valves. It's dry in there. The intake was all dry. I'm gonna just dribble some gas right down in there. All right, little gas in there. And putting the plugs back in. But we had a pop and I smelled smoke, so I'm optimistic. Doesn't mean it's gonna run good, but it's gonna run at some point to some degree. Let's put some down here too. Power to the coil, power to the solenoid. Ooh, life. Little choke. So it keeps firing and kicking the starter out. So that could be an issue. Oh yeah. Good sign. Alright, let's give it a little distributor adjustment. Ooh, that had like 3 fires. Oh, my jump pack is depleted. These things are junk. I know that's not what it's for, but it's what it needs to be for today. All right, we need more gas. So close. I need a better battery. Off to the charger we go. All right, I'm impatient. I went and stole a battery out of the GMC, which is a no-no. I don't like doing that. But I'll try not to be too hard on it. But I want to hear a little more action from this thing tonight, and I bet you do too. It's really late, so I'm about to be done for the night, and it would be cool to head inside with some actual info on what's going on here. So let's see how this thing cranks it. It's cranking it good, just not starting yet. We need more fuel. I'm gonna get a huge backfire here in a minute. Oh, that sound is really awful. All right, I gotta check a couple more things. We'll get to the bottom of this. It smells good. Smell oil, gas.